yet?
Nigga ain't been here.
I got a couple of calls about that.
Just
hey
saying.
man,
What you doing tomorrow?
Nothing.
I get off at 3.
I'm with it. If y'all's going, I'm going too.
Okay.
I get off at where you going?
I don't know. You know,
I
still got that liquor.
I ain't going.
I still got that liquor. I need to go get them
Yeah,
bottles.
you go pick up the bottles. I'm not
you got to go all the way to the Ville.
Hell yeah, and I don't be wanting to go out there. But
if we going early, we can go around the corner. I'm good.
3? You talking about like when you get off?
Yeah, we
I
gotta
get
go
home,
early.
change real quick. I should be ready by 4:15.
And that's 5 o'clock in Ralph time.
No, I shit. That's 4:15 because
No,
I usually get home about 3:15.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think I'm on the point tomorrow, so I'm out.
And I don't think they got ain't nothing going on tomorrow, so they
The
should.
games come on, but I think that's later.
Yeah, I think it might be one at like 3, and then the other one at like
6.
So I might.
You sure it ain't a 6 and a 9?
That's what.
it might be.
Phoenix, I know Phoenix ain't playing early. They might play early. They might play at 7. They ain't got no daytime game. That's early as shit.
Yeah, they don't have no daytime game. So.
Don't forget to turn the volume down.
We on live?
Yeah, we live. I just want to check.
Bing
on
bang.
it. But we ain't
Let's
start,
go.
We didn't start recording yet. Though. What's happening? Y'all know what it is. Welcome back. It's your boy Colin Parks, here with a little paint wet, ain't a little seasoning with some reasoning. We got our folk back in the building. It's good to see you, brother. Tell the people who you is.
Yo, you know what it is? The God Flex, the original root and elect. Soundproof Hunger Room. Let's go.
Yo, what up, yo? This the 18th, one half of the almighty Soundproof Hunger Room. In conjunction, I watched Janky Promoters the other day. In conjunction with Rue Intellect.
Appreciate it.
Yes, indeed, man. It's good to have you back up in here, man.
Good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Always humbling and, you know.
That seat been on fire lately. Yo, I'm gonna say this, man. A lot of people respect him more that he actually got on here and actually talked. And shout out to my brother Kurt.
Big up Kurt.
You know what I'm saying?
Big up Kurt.
A lot of people, you know, say, I see why he say what he say.
Yeah.
You know, some people just, you know.
You understand the perspective a little better when you get to know the man. Yeah, when you get to know the man a little better.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kurt.
I've had to explain that a couple times too, but until you meet him, you won't really know. He come from a good place though. Anyway, a lot of stuff happened this week. A whole lot of stuff happened this week. What y'all think about this Young Thug and all of this and the RICO charges?
Can't play in the mud. Think you're not ever gonna get dirty.
That's a good one.
It's sad because they black. That's the thing with me. But I got to take that out of it because some way they chose whatever life they leading. You know, so I hope the best come out of it for them, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? It's setting a precedent for where we live at, man. Like I'm watching it closely for that because I heard some other place in Chicago just got hit today. I guess from what I understand, they trying to crack down, man. And are they wrong for it? If they saying you are responsible for, I think it was like 80% of the murders in the state or in the city.
Right.
Atlanta ain't that big, bro.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm just watching it closely on the aspect of I just want to see what happens.
What you got, Flay?
You know, anytime you see this type of stuff, it's tough because here we got young brothers who presumably have made it out, but can't let the lifestyle go, or maybe the friends that are attached to it. And this is just from the outside looking at it. I don't know what happened. But I know Rico is, you're going to jail.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Unless you're telling on somebody.
And you ain't talking 1 or 2 years.
Then you probably still going to jail. You know, I mean, you know, it was all good with it. What it was like slime or something like that. There was something they was calling. Ain't nobody heard nobody talking about gang. I ain't heard nobody. Not saying it's not out there, 'cause I'm sure it still is, but it's just a sad situation. It's another knock for our community as a whole. And the only reason I say that is because I don't know if they didn't have a proper mentorship or like we still need to build these pathways to success even after we become successful. You know, our young brothers need to understand what they don't understand the assignment always. Well, because wasn't Young Thug the person who was when this Mike Brown thing happened? He was like, "Man, I'm rich. What are you trying to get to?"
Yeah, that wasn't.
I mean, come on, bro. Like the mentality in that alone tells me that you don't understand the assignment.
Right. And I think that is what a lot of these record labels are. When you look at America in general, when it comes to entertainment, that's the only time we're relevant. That's how they want us to feel. So especially when it comes to music and things of those nature, they give you everything to promote the foolishness because they know that people are going to listen. Everybody's going to listen to the music. But they're not going to put nothing in front of you to say, well, hey, put your money over here. Learn about this. Learn about that. We keep giving you this money as long as you're selling albums for us. Keep giving you this money, and you can act a fool and do what you want to do because people going to follow you. And we're okay with it because we're making money off you. And we can look at you and say, well, look at these clowns and you know, see what happened. The way I felt about this case, especially him being from here, I couldn't care less. I didn't care at all. For me, it was a lot of people became lawyers all of a sudden. A lot of people put a lot of energy into looking up all this information on the case. And for me, it was like, why can't we put that energy into our neighborhoods? Why can't we put that same energy into looking up who's on the ballots, things of that nature? And maybe it's just me in my old age. I used to like to look into all of that stuff when the entertainment hits the real life. But now it's more so like my name ain't on there, so I don't care, to be honest.
I just want to see what happened, man. Like, I hope the younger people that's not on their level is watching closely too, because they need to see that they ain't playing, man.
Right.
Like Rico this is a city, this is a state, Rico. This ain't even a federal. You know what I'm saying? And I was listening to Whack 100 talk about it. You know, a lot of people don't like him. Sometimes you say shit that's really need to be heard. And he was like, what they gonna do is they gonna let you drain all your money with the state, trying to beat it. And then that's when the feds come in.
Yeah.
And then you
definitely ain't got no money.
Then you done. He was like, because they ain't got enough money to fight. They ain't got enough money to hire lawyers and take care of the families for everybody. Yeah. He says, and that's what's gonna happen. And a lot of, I'm listening to it like, damn, that's real. Like when it come down to it, you find out, yo, I'm famous. You just hang with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can get me a lawyer. A perfect example, I hate to say it, was Shine. Shine was a perfect example of that. Yeah. Like, Diddy got money. Shine was just a new artist at the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got my lawyer. So, I mean, the example, even Casanova just pleaded guilty the next day that, the RICO went out for Young Thug and them. Mm-hmm. He looking at 60. Casanova might be 32, might be.
Yeah.
60 years, bro.
It's funny how the old videos is popping up now when they was talking about it on interviews. And Wallow.
Yeah, I saw the thing about
He
told him straight up. All of them in the room, straight up. And Young Thug sat there felt like he was just like, all right, come finish saying what you're saying so we get back out here and do our thing.
I mean, you give young folks in general, and I've been young, I'm still young, but I mean, sometimes you forget that invincible feeling. Yeah. It's like you playing a video game, you get the little thing, and you become can't nothing touch you. Mm-hmm. And that's not real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And people, like, we talk about the RICO, but conspiracy is heavy too. That's like felony stuff. Yo. Like conspiracy, if you know about what's going on and you not telling,
you go to jail. You go. This how many
we
years
know you know.
Yeah.
It's felony.
They go back in, they find silencers and all this shit, drugs, controls. Like, man, it's
you're a gang member. That's what they painted you as this.
They're letting you know if they've been looking at y'all for 10 years, bro.
The Rico they don't just randomly toss out Rico.
No.
They work.
Especially on a city level.
Right. They work to make sure they got everything. All
no technicalities on this one.
It won't be none of that. Yeah.
Right.
Even if you beat one or two of these charges, something's gonna stick.
And the one that stick.
Yeah. And RICO and conspiracy charges. Conspiracy is tough, bro. They can. Most people don't realize you can be pulled in on conspiracy if you know some people that's doing something they ain't got no business doing. Because if you know, and you ain't telling,
all somebody does mention you was in the room.
you know and you ain't telling, man.
That's it, man.
Conspiracy is tough.
So that's when they come down. I ain't snitching. I ain't telling.
Oh shit! I forgot this guy label.
It's a different story when you got other miles
They
to
don't cut
feed.
no check around here.
Another thing too, before we get through that, I think it's partially the community. We don't as a black community and as our culture, we don't have a construct that it enables. I don't want to say it enables it, that pushes them to do other things. Like it's still cool to be
a thug.
Yeah.
Be a killer.
It's still cool to be. It's cool to get jail numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to say, "Oh, I went. Oh, I did." It like it's. I mean, it's not, but it seems cool on the outside. But when you sitting in that cell by yourself, you know what I'm saying? While everybody else, your people ain't hollering at you. Your girl's gone. Your money's spent. Your mom's sick and you can't see her or take care of. Like you not the person that's dealing with that.
That's real.
You know.
How do we push that message for, especially like you said, when you're young, give somebody a little bit of money, some fame, they feel invincible. How do you put people in place that could get you to look at the bigger picture?
I think part of me, was you about to say something? I think part of the problem is that we glorify the fame part so much, to being famous and rich, instead of pushing the fact that if I'm blessed with a certain amount of money, if I make it with my talents or luck, whatever it is, God gave it to me, nobody looks at what you can actually do to do his work with that. Like, you know, we get a bunch of money and we spend it on cars, jewelry, you know what I'm saying, clothes, women, alcohol.
Right.
You know what I mean? But and some of us we do put back into the community.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when I say this, I don't just mean rich people. I'm talking about everyday people like you and I too. What are we doing as a community to actually further the community? We're not doing anything but talking to each other. You know, and when people come up, this is terrible with black men. If Sean, if you have an idea, if all of us agree that we need to be doing something, Sean has an idea and I have an idea, right? And our ideas don't necessarily completely align with how it's supposed to be done. Malcolm and Martin, for example.
Okay.
Now we split our resources into two separate ideas, because I'm not going to just follow what you got going because I think I should do it. We could do it a different way.
Right.
We don't come together enough to make these things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It shouldn't be this or one way or another. If we saying we trying to build the community, because we need all of the ideas and all of the people and all of the resources.
Right. I agree with that.
And a lot of our resources are still split into other things, other I don't even know the word I'm supposed to use, but you know, I mean, it's a women's thing, it's a LGBTQIA thing, it's always a disabled thing, and here we are, and I've said this on here before, still sitting in civil rights.
And we divided amongst each other.
So,
like you was just talking about earlier. I saw a little clip of Redman just talking about, hey man, why us brothers don't like to speak to each other? You know,
I saw that too.
You know, and it's just like, and I met him in person a long time ago, and he was just like he was in the video. What's up, bruh? What's going on? You know, just all over the place. He's always been like that, and he from Jersey. Most people you meet from Jersey they ain't like that. You know, they're not gonna talk to you. But I think it's got to start with us. It's got to start within, to where we break down that stigma. You trying to get me? I'm trying to get you. Of course.
I can't love you if I don't love myself.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? If I ain't right within, me being right with you don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the problem with us. I'm realizing. I've realized today at work when I was trying to correct somebody, and you know what I'm saying, is understanding and the ability to be humble enough to be corrected. That part right there is what hurts us to the core. Because it could be something simple. If somebody say, hey, brother, can't do it that way. Mm-hmm. You can say it as nice as you want to. It could be taken as negative as you said it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And all you trying to do is prevent different disciplines from coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, until we can, you know what I'm saying, understand that everybody ain't here to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? Vulnerability, like, that's always going to be our problem.
All right.
You know, so, like I said, whatever going to happen with them brothers, man.
Good luck to them brothers.
Yeah, and let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to.
God bless them and their families, man, and hopefully,
God bless their children.
They can come out better.
Man, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a
Doug
lot.
Gunn and everybody involved, man.
Yeah, it's a lot. Moving on. One of my favorite people to talk about, Antonio Brown. Why y'all lean back and suck y'all teeth, man?
That's one of your favorite people to talk about?
Yeah, because he continuously shows everybody why he is a clown. Everybody's like, something wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that dude. He know what he doing. I've been told y'all that. He know what he doing. He just came out and said that racism does not exist in America. Why? Because he was able to make $100 million, however much he made, playing football. He felt like because he was given the opportunity to make this money, that racism does not exist.
He ain't the first I ever heard say that. I done heard Bill Cosby say it. I done heard Morgan Freeman say it. I just heard an abundance of people say it. Have they just... I can't say they forgot where they came from because I don't know where they came from. Mm-hmm. So they might not grow up with that kind of thing around them. I don't know. I don't know if they want to believe it, especially at this point in their worlds. They might be like, I was tripping as a kid. That wasn't real. It was me. Some people take on that belief, but hey man, if they ain't showed him yet that it's still real, he ain't trying to see it.
But like you said, if you ain't brought up to be able to, if your eyes aren't open to the bigger system or the intangibles.
Sometimes, man, money make people forget what they seen.
All the time. A lot. A whole lot.
So, I mean, with that, I know people, man, that I grew up with. We've seen it firsthand. Mm. They don't look at it the same no more.
Because of where they at.
Yeah.
That's just hard for me to swallow. It is. And I can say just coming up to where, and coming up in the South, and he's from Miami, but it was my parents did a great job of shielding us from the face racism. But as I got out and was able to see the world for what it was, I became very conscious of it. And the older I got, the more conscious I got of it, regardless of what kind of money I was making or whatever it was. And I think the difference where it sets in for me is if you ride through certain parts of town and you see how this area looks this certain way, pull up to this Kroger way out, you know what I'm saying? And it looked like a Whole Foods. And then you come back home, there's chicken wings on the ground, there's paper over here. The door is halfway hanging off. The sliding door don't even work. They got a person standing there holding the door. A security guard standing there. Those are the type of things that I look at, and I say that a lot of it has to do with the intangibles that we don't see, and we have to be better at knowing what we're against in order to fight it.
Antonio Brown. We spoke about him a few times. Only thing I would do was give him, I forget the author's name. It was a book though. He was an ESPN guy, black guy. It's called $40 Million Slaves. Mm. And if he reads that, I think he'll understand a little. First of all, I'm kind of with you on this one. He's doing this for attention now. Diva wide receiver. Ain't nobody said my name in a minute. Let me go say something for shock value. Mm. You're not that far removed from poverty to even say that. Right?
Yeah.
You're not that far removed from that to say it doesn't exist because you was able to make $100 million. Mm. You know what I'm saying? It's just not real.
Right.
So to hear him say that, I mean, maybe for all I know, maybe some white owner said, "Hey, if you go out and say these things, maybe we'll give you another opportunity." I don't know. Like, I don't know what people do for money, man. Like,
yeah, it's amazing.
yeah, I don't know. That's just not. It's not real. It's not my reality.
Right.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
maybe it's his.
That's
Maybe
what
he goes
yeah,
somewhere
that's
where
what I'm
because
saying,
he can
like-
date white women and
he can be free to be whatever,
he can have blonde hair and maybe the cops he's recognizable enough to where people leave him alone and
Yeah. So I
Maybe.
mean, he feels that way.
yeah. But that's the Scarlet Witch shit.
So do you think that once you reach a certain level as far as fame and money, that you don't have to deal with the types of racism that us regular folk have to deal with?
No, you do. You do. Oprah got what was that? The Louis store. Oprah.
She was overseas.
Yeah. I mean, it don't matter. Racism
No,
is everywhere.
I'm just saying, like,
Even if you in a Benz, you're still a nigga.
I looked at that was like, people go overseas. And I ain't saying it didn't happen like that. They didn't know who she was. I ain't saying that, but they might look at you like fame ain't looked at the same everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ain't giving them a pass, but it's time to close. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the reason I say that is because she'd have went in there and bought that purse, right? Just to use that example. What was that doing for us? Was she gonna come back and be like, "Oh, black people, y'all good to go overseas and go to get a Louis?" Like,
Right.
time to close. Like,
But I think what the purpose of telling the story was to say that even Oprah is facing the same.
I mean,
no matter how
absolutely.
rich you become,
right?
You still got rules. to
I mean,
abide by.
you know,
yeah, in a coupe, you still want.
that's real.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned that dealing with the mayors in the city I'm from. So I mean, shit got real for Archer. Shit got real for Kwame. Like, and they thought they was bigger than life. And they found it got real for Bill Cosby when his son was over in Canada. People don't.
real for Bill.
Like,
when they
like
put him
Bill,
locked
yeah,
in,
they got
like,
real for Bill. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. That's that. Not to kind of like pass on the topic, but it's like
I would have to talk to him personally to
Pass.
understand that. With
'Cause
me. He's I ain't gonna say a clown. He just ain't my
yeah,
kind of people.
yeah. I don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he just
don't-
ain't my kind of
I
people.
just that's
You know what I'm
not
saying?
pass.
Yeah, he's different. Since we talking about, there's nothing he did that.
It's Sean.
Yeah, that's your thing, dog.
He
Yeah,
bothers
It's
me.
Sean.
yeah, yeah,
Sean guy.
I don't have that issue. Like, he is who he is, man. Like, I get fucked up shit every day. So
2/3 of y'all ain't gonna make it.
right? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey,
Listening to Antonio Brown.
Oh goodness! But he was saying people ain't gonna look at him because his ankle is messed up, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go have the surgery." 2 weeks later, after he signed the contract with Kanye, he said, "No, I'm not getting the surgery until somebody signed me." Anyway, moving on.
yeah, let's go. Yeah, I don't like. He just ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you funny, man. This is something I noticed last week or week before last. Cinco de Mayo. I'm all for having a good time, having a party. I ain't even gonna get into the history of it or whatever it is, but I noticed we put a big effort in celebrating Cinco de Mayo versus Juneteeth, which is directly related to us and our history and ancestors. Why do y'all think that is?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm always ready for Juneteenth. Bro.
Go ahead.
No, seriously, I think, like I said, I grew up in Buffalo, and Juneteenth is, for me, that I can remember, has always been a thing. I think Juneteenth is still kind of new to a lot of people. And even though it's directly related to us, it's not going to be fully celebrated until we actually teach our children why we celebrate it. Like, that was something I know I had. It was something, like, Juneteenth was something we was going to. My mom didn't care how much violence they said was going to be there. What gangs was going to be there. We was going to be there too. And I don't think enough black people have embraced it yet.
Society hasn't embraced it.
They don't have to.
No, what I mean by that is,
Because I don't need to see Cinco de Mayo and
yeah, like what I
I don't
mean
need to
is
see them
like
in Juneteenth. I do need to see us.
commercially, Cinco de Mayo is celebrated.
Yeah. It's a money grab, though.
Not even in Mexico.
Yeah, but I'm just
here
saying.
it's a money grab because people are going to go
Best
drink.
Buy, get your TVs half off, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't, hey, man. They ain't giving you no money off no TV for no damn Cinco, the Juneteenth. They ain't doing
But Juneteenth should be something that we should be teaching each other to be personally connected to.
Black people are ashamed, are scared or uncomfortable. I give them that. To stand up for themselves in public.
You know why? Post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Absolutely, but
Definitely.
It's been passed down. We are taught that.
Absolutely,
You're taught that.
and it's still
it take a lot for a black person to stand up to white people. It do.
That's real.
I mean, it shouldn't,
but it does.
But like you see it all the time. Why you let them talk to you like that?
Like,
man, I need a supervisor.
I'm gonna give. You know, when I first got down here, Juneteenth was just something that me and you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was literally like, what are you even talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll give, this state a little, as far a little more credit than I did before, because I was embarrassed at first. You know what I'm saying? But now it seemed like it's starting to, pick up.
Gain some steam.
Yeah, but
people not connected to it
until it's, like I said, until it's, commercialized or something.
Do we want it commercialized?
The reason I say that is because that's the way to get to everything now. And I don't mean commercialized like I seen the t-shirts and Target and all that.
Like nationally.
But even black people, like why don't we have? You remember growing up, you would have these programs. Hell, Charlie Brown and the motherfuckers was celebrating, holiday. Like we don't have none of that. To teach our children. If you're not teaching them, the schools damn sure ain't teaching them. So we got to find a way to make it to where everybody even want to be involved in it. Like I said at the beginning, black people scared to celebrate them being black in public.
I do agree with that. But my question to you will be, do we as black people want the school system to teach us about?
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I want at least the school system to acknowledge it.
Okay.
I want them to at least acknowledge it.
But would that be like CRT? Because we're not going to acknowledge you not getting what you were supposed to if it's going to make us look bad. Because I don't want my kid to feel like
they already with Indiana. They already saying Black History Month. You don't want to celebrate it. You ain't want to talk about it. You ain't got to come to school.
I think that was Utah, wasn't it?
Utah.
I
know Utah.
I thought it was Indy.
I think it was. I know it was Utah.
We'll look it up. I know Utah.
I thought it was Indy, but
they was able to opt out of. Yeah,
I've been force fed Cinco de Mayo's, St. Patrick Days, and I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but I've been force fed this shit forever. Mm-hmm. Give me the spoon.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about for my own people. I ain't talking about for.
I don't think we need the spoon from them. We supposed to be teaching our kids this. We don't put our kids. I don't.
But even in saying Netflix, who taught? First off, a lot of the people before us that taught us didn't know because it wasn't given to them. Right. Now the few that took the time out to learn this history and to get it, it was suppressed. And just like we was talking about earlier, how we a lot of times ain't gonna listen to what you're saying just because you ain't on the same level or whatever. So if I come back and I tell you, hey man, this is what's happening, like you said with Juneteenth. For here in the South, we didn't know nothing about that. But everywhere else out here now that I know people that come from all over, it was a big thing.
Right.
So I think we have to look at the people that taught us, did they even know? And that goes into what he was just saying as far as give me the spoon and let me feed you because everything else was forced on us and you'll run with that. So let me force this on you and this is real and it's directly, correlated to your life and your ancestors.
But all I'm saying, I don't disagree with that, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that like that. Hollywood, that was for you. You told me that I'm a politician. I don't want to say that like that. So listen, I think that we should focus more of our concerns on teaching our children who they are, because that's going to be more empowering. Is because if my kid understands who he or she is, it don't matter what somebody else come up with because they already know. Now that's not really what happened. We came from greatness. We came from this. We did this, right. And I think that would be more empowering for a younger adolescent to be able to to know that, like when we grew up as like in the beginning, y'all was slaves. That's what our whole entire, that's where our history starts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They only sprinkled a little bit of greatness in during Black History Month. So, but if we take control of that in the households and in the community, like this something this could be free courses in the community.
Black people don't even care.
But why?
And I hate to say it like that.
Why? You know why we don't care?
Because it's not important to them. It's not. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
It's not glamorous as, and I'm talking society wise. Is St. Patrick's Day and Cinco de Mayo. It's not looked at like that. I remember when I first got down here and my circle, whatever, and I asked one of the brothers. I said, "Damn, you celebrate this shit?" I mean, in fact, I had a thing come up on my Facebook the other day.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. It was a flyer.
It was a thing of like, y'all celebrate the shit out of Cinco de Mayo, but what about Juneteenth? And he literally was like, "Oh man, ain't nobody doing nothing around here for that."
Wow.
And I think at the time, because this was like maybe 5 years ago, I think he just wasn't connected. This man in his 30s at the time, you know what I'm saying? And as time went on, and I hate to say it this way, but this is how I feel it was. As it got popular around him, it became important to him.
Right.
And now I look at it like, it's something different.
So he's just a product of his environment, basically.
Nah, man, to me, that dude, man, wherever the party at, he there.
So, because I want to disagree. Not with that part.
Yeah,
I want to disagree. I think the problem really is because of how we were raised from where we came from. Like all we ever are taught is struggle. We're not taught the greatness to understand that, like you have greatness in you. Like Irish, St. Patrick's Day in Buffalo is huge. That's another one it's a huge celebration. Okay. And, it's 2 parades. You know what I'm saying? And the Irish community, they are very into teaching the struggles of their Irish heritage. To whereas Black communities don't do that like that. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, that's not just Buffalo. Irish people, like they have these huge parades everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they all are connected via the struggle. Yeah. To where we still arguing over, is it just ADOS? Are we going, is the Africans in the Caribbean going to be involved in this? Like we still divided amongst ourselves. Right. We should be able to celebrate all Black greatness, regardless if it was ADOS or not. I don't want to disclude you. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, that's probably where the link to our lineage is, and everything really lies within us understanding the rest of the people around us.
Everybody.
Because we don't know our history.
Right.
And as it becomes uncovered, we need to be able to link with the people who might know something about us.
Right.
But so when I say I disagree, I understand the program that we were fed as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I've been there where everybody, like they start talking about everybody and then it's me, and it's like, because I went to high school when I was real little. Right. And like, okay, what I'm supposed to talk about? Slavery? Peanut butter? Like what I'm supposed to talk about? Yeah. When everybody else is talking about all this great stuff they stole. Yeah. From the person who can't tell you nothing about nothing. That his people created everything.
Right. But they ain't created nothing. They just took everything.
Yeah. People on green beer, man.
But I don't knock them. You know what? I don't mind. I don't knock them for wanting green beard. The Cinco de Mayo thing. I don't knock people for loving their heritage. I knock us for not loving ours.
Accepting and
I just look at it weird.
Pushing
man.
ours.
I just be like, wow. I guess I'm just to the point, man, where I got to make sure mine's straight. You know what I'm saying? If I can get out here and help people that I know I've already put it in front of. You know what I'm saying? Like I walk around, man, very proud of being Black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Very proud of it, bro. So to even be in my circle, whatever you want to call it, you already know what time it is. You know?
But that's what makes your circle though. You can't all be the same.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But the thing with that is, you already know when June come, what time it is.
Now you already know how I feel about it, so I'm not. You gotta get it.
That's
I'm warming up. I'm warming up to it.
Like,
I'm warming up to it, man. Once y'all tell me there's gonna be, red, black, and green beer there, I might show up.
Black and green.
To be honest, in my mind, I already said I was gonna start doing something. Like even if I take off work and just cook out, Juneteenth cookout. You know what I mean? If you come through, it is what it is.
Yeah, have your own little celebration
just
started like that.
But they got some. And it actually be stuff around here, man.
Yeah,
like
it really does.
Like honestly, say, man, Atlanta. They really put it out for it, man. But what happens is, man, people don't want to go.
And you know, stuff be outdoors in Atlanta. Sometimes I remember I went one time. It was so hot. I was like, whoa.
Like people just don't want to go, man.
Like I had brought alcohol and everything.
You know why they don't want to go,
do
man? They don't want to go down there for that Black Power shit.
Yeah.
Let's get into. We can bring this exactly what I said back. Let's talk about Kendrick. Let's get into that.
Yeah.
The mixed reviews because of subject matter.
Oh, I haven't listened. So
You haven't listened?
You can't. And we can switch the
I'm the
segment.
mean that the New York cats when cameras. I'm gonna listen to it, but not now.
I gave it. I had to give it 2 spins because of the page. You know what I'm saying? It kept coming up. So I gave it 2 spins, and it's very interesting. It's very. I like the fact that he stepped outside of what everybody thought
what it was gonna be.
What it was gonna be, and he did him. Unapologetic about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Can I get in my car? It reminded me of Jill Scott Heron. You know what I'm saying? Like it gave me that feel. You know what I'm saying? That ain't something that a lot of people was willing to grasp back then. You know, like I was talking to this young man at work, shout out to Ivan, and he was like, it'll grow. And I was like, I hope so. But it's not gonna grow in the places where
make me listen to this.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got to.
I mean, it's he talking about today's life, he's talking about trauma, he's talking about survival, he's talking about, you know, bettering ourselves, you know, everything that we talk about in our circle. You know what I'm saying?
So this is like
it's not a
butterfly on steroids.
Yeah, it's pretty
literally.
much. Absolutely.
And that's what I was gonna say.
Absolutely.
This ain't something you just gonna be bumping like, yeah, this shit right.
I gotta listen.
It's an audio documentary about his life.
Okay.
That can be related to every black person on this planet.
I'm gonna go as far as saying person, because
that too. But it's literally a documentary.
Okay.
You know,
like they thought he was gone. What, he been gone 5 years?
Yeah.
They thought he was gonna come back and beat the house down.
Nah.
He did.
That's not the way they
That's not everybody.
He did it differently. Yeah. To me, this album here, I look at him more as a preacher.
I mean, he's singy on it. He's singing.
I mean, he still got a little, but even on the singing,
message,
that's what I'm talking about. The message in every song.
Yeah.
Okay.
In every song.
Well, I apologize, Kendrick. My bad, but I definitely fall into that. I'm not listening to that
I just hate the all of a sudden the super intelligent is criticizing somebody not liking it because they feel like, oh, it's above you. It's not above anybody, man, because
if it ain't what you like, it ain't.
It's broke down in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can pull something from it. And the funny part about it to me, everybody's raving about one song. But there's so many songs on there. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm like, why y'all pick these two? And I'm like, what about this one?
The song got so much trauma in it.
You know, why they pick it. They relate to the trauma.
Right. But
there you go.
But you can relate to everything as a like I'll take it back to what you said earlier. As a black person, you can just relate to it.
To every song.
I put it this way.
But the trauma touches people's heart.
Take the first one and the second one, mash it together, and that's what you got. That's what you got.
It took me 2 times. The first time, I was like, I don't know. And then on my long journey today, pick up a plate from my homeboy. Good as hell, though.
That shit fire.
It was fire, but it was good as hell. I listened to it again all the way through. You know, in your car, you really feel it.
You zone out.
I just don't want nobody that don't like it to feel like it was above them, so they didn't like it. You ain't like it because you ain't like it. And I can respect that because there's a lot of shit people listen to. I just don't like it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, but I don't want nobody, like my homeboy put up something today and it had me laughing. He was like, people that don't like Kendrick was afraid to read out loud in school.
Yeah, I saw that.
The person who posted.
Yo, I just hit him back. I said, when the last time you read something?
You said what book you read.
Yeah, when the last time you read something? And that's
I was finna respond, but I said I'm believing.
And that's the homie. You know what I'm saying? That's just me picking with him. Let's stop separating each other by this notion that I'm woke, you not, so you don't understand. Like it's y'all ain't done being woke yet. Like, what's the new word?
It's still woke.
It's still
woke.
Like, can we just
be?
No, we ain't gonna let that happen. We can't just be. You know what I'm saying? I just want take what you want from it, man, and leave it there.
And that's what it is for me. And I'm very what's the word? I'm very particular about what I listen to. But I also know, like we had a discussion before, my playlist, you ain't gonna listen to 80% of it.
I shot 6 people on the way over here, dog. Listen to 2 songs. I shot 6 people. That's just where I was when I was on my way over. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So we're not gonna listen to the same thing. So I can't tell you that, oh, you stupid because you're not getting what he's talking about. No, that might not just be the space you in. But again, if you play me something, I'm probably like, I just ain't feeling it. But they ain't gonna be like, oh, you ain't up on this. You know, I got this over you. I'm smarter than you. No, it's just, if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. We on different paths. But to go back, like you said, especially when you start talking about the woke people, and it always happens all of a sudden when somebody popular puts it out there, versus like what you like to do, Flex, every once in a while. What book y'all read right now? We had a nice little thread. Everybody posted their books, whatever. But that rarely happens until somebody popular does something to where it becomes a formality. We got to do something to where it's a formality, to where all of us are spreading this kind of stuff on each other. And if you choose to take it, you choose to take it. If you don't, you don't. But everybody ain't going to take the same perspective on what it is you're reading, what it is I'm reading. They just be like, nah, let me get that Thug Paradise part 2, you know, and read that, and I'm happy. Oh, I read books, and then I'll be like, oh, okay.
But as long as
it's entertaining for you.
Yeah, but I'm happy to hear that people be reading.
Yeah, just read.
You might not be to where you're doing self-help or history or
just as long as you
education.
read something, man.
But I'm with people reading, man. Especially at this, with all of the like social media and internet and TV. Yeah. I mean, I'm just happy to see that people still picking up books.
Let me ask you this though: have you given somebody a book before, and it was a great book to you, and they was like, yeah, nah.
I'm sure I have. They're probably not going to tell me.
You know what? I don't even, when I hand out books, and I shouldn't be doing that, I should just direct you to where to get the book. So it's 2 books out there I'm really looking to get back.
Call them out.
Nope.
No, I won't do that. But, I don't, what they get from the book is what they get. So I leave it there. I don't ask really for the review on it because the translation is different. The mental space we was in, we both was reading could be different. So I don't.
See, when I give books or I even suggest books, the one thing I always tell everybody, when you finish it, let's talk.
I'm like that.
Yeah, when you finish the book, I just want to know what you got from it. Yeah. And because you might have got something that I did, and that's really what it's for. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I love the books that, if I suggest it, I love discussing it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I suggest a book, it's something that really touched me, and I wanna talk about it. But if ain't nobody else read it, I can't talk about it.
Yeah, so you just bottled up.
Yeah, I don't got nobody to talk about it with. So that's why whenever you finish, just hit me.
I'm just trying to get my books back.
Flex, I'm the same, bro. I gave somebody.
When you come back from Greece, I want my book.
I'm gonna keep moving on.
Happy birthday, still. Happy birthday, though.
Happy birthday, baby sis.
I gave somebody a book, and to me, it was a profound book. I loved it, and when I gave it to them, they was like, "Yeah, I started reading it," and I was like, but I'll try it again. So I actually gave them my copy, and before they were halfway through, they was like, "You know what? The first time I tried to read it, I wasn't in that space. It was boring. But now that I've read it because you recommended it, and I think that has to do with the relationship you have with people and how you know people. And I think she only read it because she know what type of person I am, and then she was able to appreciate it and finished it, and she gave it back. Most people don't give books back.
That's why I don't give them.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like,
if I give you a book, you know, I know you. I know where your mama stay. Like I know you.
People don't give books back. I think a lot of them just don't finish and they just put it off.
They end up somewhere.
Let's get my book back.
Yeah.
I know when the flight come back.
Matter of fact, Rashida, You got my emotional intelligence book, man. I need to get that back.
Yeah, no.
I just thought about that, man.
Yeah, I lost an emotional intelligence book.
That's a good book, man.
I know. I don't want it back from the person that has it, though. I'm just.
Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother Nation right now, man.
Big
shout out to my brother Nation right now. Yeah. Man. Just because.
Wherever you at.
Yeah, just because.
Miss you, brother.
Hell yeah. Cause G tell me to share with people, man. G, I need that book back though.
Normally though, if I give somebody a book, like I said, they're close to me, and they'll really, cause I'm a highlighter, a studier of books. Oh, okay. So people, they be trying to see what I think was important. So then but I don't like giving my book, because if they don't finish it, I'm not gonna see my book.
Right.
And I ain't gonna. I might highlight some different stuff next time.
I'm the opposite. I'm one of those like a biographer, like a classical, like I want my shit intact. Don't fold my pages. Don't write on it.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
But that's why I don't. Yeah, see, I'm a student. If you see my books, they're folded. They look like they done been through a few years. Like,
and
all
that's
of my
why I
books
don't
look
like
terrible.
to borrow people like something like you did. Then when you highlight it, I'm like, okay, this is the big piece right here. Now I might miss the other stuff, or this is folded right here. What they folded this part for? Let me get in. I want to get it all like as I get it. So
I had corners bent in my books because there's quotes and stuff that I need to come back and take pictures of because I done read it and I
just started folding.
Man, listen, my books.
I ain't took a marker to none of
my books look terrible.
I just show you the cover.
Yeah, take a picture. That's normally what I do too.
I just show you the cover.
Dope book, man. Take a picture of that.
Because last time I loaned books out, I didn't get them back.
Oh man.
You want to say it one more time?
I'm just saying.
You want to get your book back.
If you can get the grease, you can give me my book back.
Okay. All right.
I'll see you when you get back.
All right. We gonna move along.
I'm gonna make sure she see this. Definitely. That's gonna be funny.
What we were just talking about as far as music is concerned, and we were just talking about Kendrick. It made me think back to like one of the big drops a lot of people was very concerned about that I didn't give a listen to, and I will not give a listen to just because I don't care, was Future. The reason I bring this up is, at what point do we get to where I'm just not interested in that, and I'm not taking in nothing new?
I think that's terrible, actually. I ain't gonna use the word terrible. I think you can miss something by just not giving certain things a try. Like, I'm not a big Future guy. I'm not really checking for it. He had to be on Versus for me to even know he was on Versus.
No, man, we did that at work.
Oh, that's what that was.
That was crazy Versus.
Shout out to DJ and Little Brother B.
Little Bro, that was crazy Versus.
I didn't know, like, none of the songs he was on. Like, but I found out that he got a lot of songs. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop understanding that everybody ain't got a message. Like I said, I shot 6 people on my way over here. You know what I'm saying? The message was, hey man, get down, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was it. But that's just where I was on my way over here. You know what I'm saying? Future got his audience, man. Future make music for people that want to hear Future. So, like, me and Crespo battle about music a lot. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it comes down to just Crespo's a little more, his ears a little more open than mine.
Right.
And I do go back and be like, damn, Crespo, that was dope. I only give him a little more credit because Crespo be like, I told you. I be like, whoa, I get the credit. You just accept it. We ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I was looking at, the Kendrick, and I started thinking of CDs. Damn, I'm old. Tapes that people took a chance and the albums was banging. You know what I'm saying? I put the list up. You know what I'm saying? And I bet you out of that list, majority of people in that group, they probably only heard the Kendrick.
Let me go see this list.
The list was Common's Electric Circus.
Right.
Trash.
See what I'm saying?
The Kendrick album.
Most Def, New Danger.
Most Def.
Trash.
Wow. I just had
D'Angelo, Black Messiah.
Black Messiah. And there was one more, I believe.
Pharoah Monch.
Oh, Pharoah Monch. Nah, I didn't listen to that.
A Beautiful Day for Exorcism.
Dang. What? Explain to me why Electric Circus was trash and why
I just didn't like this overall sound. I mean, he took a risk on that album. I'm gonna say the same thing for New Danger.
You gonna
like
okay,
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing for that. Like, I'm with people taking risks, But to me, risks are hit or miss, and it's always to the listener's ear. And I remember when both of those albums came out, it was completely not what I expected, to the point that where it was like, it made them tough listens. There are songs in there that I like, but to sit there and say I'm going to listen to Electric Circus or New Danger all the way through, absolutely not.
I bang it on repeat though.
Yeah.
Like even Dead Prez.
Both of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Which
when
one?
they last one dropped, Information Age. When I first
that,
heard it, cause remember I called you, I was like, yo, this is
that.
different. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is different. But then when you sit down with it, that shit dope to me.
But
you know
see,
what I'm saying?
I think the difference between, because I will agree with that. When I listen to them, I'm listening with a different ear.
Right.
So my ear is already different. So sonically, it don't really matter.
And I was gonna bring that up because I'll be honest, this Kendrick album, this one here, the music, I'm like,
sonically it's not the best, but what he's saying is ill.
But what he's saying, you want to hear every word he's saying. But musically, I was like, yeah, whatever. And that's why the first time I listened to it, I was like, it's
I think we listen to that for that mesh, how things go together, how it sounds sonically. Like, I think we listen for that before we really start breaking down what was said.
Yeah, I was excited to see Ghostface and Portishead on it. To be honest, I was like, damn, he got Portishead on it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was big for me because I'm a Portishead fan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know what the fuck that is. But to me, I was just like, yo, and see what I'm saying? And Ghostface.
I know who FK is, though. You know what I mean? I know him.
I'm be honest. He might have had the dopest verse.
Yeah.
What you expect, man? Wu-Tang is forever.
And another thing, I gained a little respect on this for Kodak Black. He held his own.
He did.
He held his own.
He did.
I was surprised he held his own. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell you, some of these younger rappers that we always look at crazy, 16 they can give you.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just, I don't always want to hear
in the space that they give it, though.
Yeah, that matters too.
Right.
Who they with.
Yeah, who they with is going to matter. But sometimes, like me sitting there listening to you, your host, man, what is this?
Yeah, I take this.
This is an opus of I can't listen to.
Yeah, I take it 16 on that. I say, yo, this young boy actually held his young man. Excuse me, he held his own on that, man. So I was like, okay, I ain't run back through his catalog though, but
no, that's not gonna happen.
I was just like, okay, but yeah, back what you were saying about like artists like Future, man, it's a place for that. You just might not have found
Future got hits.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't.
Yo, he proved it to me.
He does.
You on that too? He on that too?
And he won the battle. B.
Nah.
Yeah, B. He won that battle. Shout out to DG.
Nah, DG blew that.
No, he did.
Yes, he did.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did, man.
No, shout out to DG, man. You won that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Brian won the battle.
I wasn't.
Who'd he have?
In overtime.
It was what? Future
in overtime. And Drake.
No, little bro dropped the ball on that.
No, he should have. He had him down, but he first of all, DG came out. First of all, y'all got to realize this versus was like the biggest thing at the airport at the time.
Yeah.
But yo, it was crazy. But remember at the end, he messed up. He didn't play the songs that he should have played.
I thought Brian did. Oh damn. Well, B, I thought you did that.
No,
I don't know.
Brian won.
I thought
Drake
DG won that.
No,
I thought DG.
DG lost. He could have. He should have. Yes, he lost, man. I know. So you owe
DG. Call up to the show, man.
If DG is watching, he calls. This is gonna be amazing.
Call up to the show, DG. I think DG won.
He did. He lost. He should have won.
Oh, no, but I realized that day, man, that Future had some songs, man.
Yeah, and I wasn't targeting Future. I was just saying to the point of a lot of music I just won't listen to. I browse through that album. Not very long though.
And that's not,
but
it's
a lot of stuff
ear.
I'm just not gonna be able to go back. So. And the young boys, like when our boy Chef Fly like to tell us, man, y'all just too old. Y'all don't want to hear this.
You talking about the person the same age as us?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chef.
I said Fly.
He tells us that we won't listen to the young boys because we're too old. He tells us that all the time. Yeah. I try to, and I get absolutely nothing from them. Not even the beats. I hear some good beats.
I can say
I hear some good beats, but they all start to sound the same.
Yeah, it's all high pitched. You know, a lot of energy, high octane. I guess that's just.
I'm a mood music person. Like it could be a bunch of new music out, and I'll be listening to. Yeah,
it's where you at.
In my headspace, I have to be in the space to listen. I'm talking about
anything.
Yeah, for real. Like Nas could drop a new joint. I might wait 2 weeks to even listen to it.
I ain't heard it yet. Yeah,
like that's just who I am. Like the only thing I'm probably gonna pick up right away if somebody drop is like Ghost, maybe Jada. You know what I mean? Definitely Sheik. If Sheik come out with something, I'm gonna listen to it, regardless of what my headspace is. Because some people I know I gotta think a little more. You know what I'm saying? If the Jizza drop, I'm definitely listening. 2 Spins, regardless if it's trash or not. It ain't gonna be trash though. He the greatest. Shout out to the Jizza, man.
Okay.
Wu-Tang forever. I think I said that already. Let me say it again.
We're gonna let you live.
I'm gonna live too.
I mean, because you can say that with a lot of things, man. Like, what are you not open to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I done laxed up, especially as far as the youth, on things I would let them bring to me. At some point, I was like, man, I'm not even in it, but I will open up to listen, to learn from whatever it is they trying to, and then make a assessment of what I'll do with it. I think that's cool, because that's the problem why we didn't bridge the gap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We shut them down so fast, and they really might have been looking for help. Mm-hmm. And we were just like, oh man, you too young for that. And actually, no, they not, because they brought it to you. Right. So actually, they where they supposed to be with that information. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the problem. You kind of got to open up to it. And even if it's not your thing, they didn't bring it to you for you to be your thing. They had enough confidence in you. They just want the wisdom that you got for whatever it is they got to say on life. Music, you know what I'm saying? But if they come to you with OG, because they calling you OG. Right. I don't know if
I get it
all the homeboys out there, if you're 40, you OG.
I'm all right.
I'm all right.
If somebody young come to you, man, open up to just listen to them. Because it could be something simple, it could be something real, and they depended on you for that moment. They want to know what you got to say. Because I know a lot of people, man, they be like, I ain't talking to that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about people older than you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, I ain't talking to dude. I'm like, nah, because I gonna do, man. They be, nah, I ain't doing that, man. I told you to make people feel like they just still playing with blocks. But I'm just saying. But I just think that we need that. We need to open up more to the younger generation, man, because we've already failed them. Look at Young Thug. We already failed
need
them.
us. Those of us that's left, they need us.
Is how many people indicted?
26, 28. Was it something like that?
So far.
It's
gonna be more.
What's the highest age is like what?
I'm not 30, that connected to the case.
Like,
but
it's low.
Something.
It's low.
It's like 30.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we already
a whole generation.
These charges you get from mob bosses.
We have to get involved to stop this.
Yeah.
We have to get involved. So I'm just not willing to shut him down like I used to. It's a young boy out there now, man. Anytime I see him, I see what he reading, cause he stay with a book. You know what I'm saying? He be like, OG, what you got? You know what I'm saying? But it's better than him saying, yo, man, where the holes at?
Yeah.
Like
anybody I see reading, I ask, what you read?
Yeah, I'm kind of like that.
I'm just a bookworm.
Yeah.
I'm curious
about
and it's gonna start a conversation. Even if it's nothing I'm on, I'm like, well, what's happening? Even if I'm not interested, I'm still, because I interrupted you, I want to hear what it is you getting from this book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, but yeah, that was the point that I was making. I wasn't pointing out Future, but just us getting to a point to where we just feel like we can't learn no more, or open up to new ideas or new things of that nature.
In the words of a wise man once told me, if you stop learning, you're dead.
You're dead.
So I don't think that you could ever get to a point where you can't learn. You just stop wanting to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's a personal thing.
Have you talked to a older guy or an elder that you looked up to that just did not want to hear anything?
I don't look up to him, but I talk to him every day, and he got a lot to say. But it's a lot to say.
Another one.
You know what I'm saying?
Another one.
I gotta go to work, so I can't. But, not who you think it is. A guy over there in my area.
That's what I'm thinking. Somebody in your area.
Oh man, crazy. Don't be talking about shit. But anyway, sometimes, man, old people our elders, man, they just want to be heard, man. Whatever they got on their chest, sometimes they feel like they gotta match your intellect. So they just come out with something and you just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And take what you can from. Like, I learned how to clean fish the other day. You know what I'm saying? Just out of a conversation that had nothing to do with fish, but that's where he felt he could fit in, and he threw it in there. So I know how to clean fish, bruh. I probably eat salmon. He talking about fish I ain't never even fucking heard of, but he was like, "This what you do." You know what I'm saying? And he was all into it. So I kept the energy for him, just so he could get his story out, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was his moment to shine. I let him shine, bro.
I think a lot of times people miss the point too that a lot of these people, that's all they got. Like, they might be at home, they don't have nobody to talk to like that. They might be in their regular lives and they come to work. They come to work and they're around people that they're used to, that they're comfortable with, and they open up. I know I work with a few of them that Their home life ain't that great. So when they come to work, they open up. Mm-hmm. It's almost like therapy for them. So, I don't know.
You got to be careful, too, when the old heads is talking to you or they telling you, teaching you stories like that. It's not necessarily about
what's going on. Yeah,
cleaning of the
it's a
fish.
process.
It could be something else that they trying to reference so that you can understand that.
Don't pick fish.
So you got to be not cleaning. I mean, I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know.
I ain't cleaned fish a couple times.
Like, I hear you. I ain't.
But you don't really, you know.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I ain't never.
I done did it a couple times. If I had to, I know how to go get something out the water and clean it.
Yeah, I know how to.
But that's what was dope for me
though.
because I learned how to do it, and it made me think about Nature Boy. Nature Boy spends his life teaching survival. You know what I'm saying? In different forms. Like right now, he got a camping thing coming. And if you got time, you know, it's Nature Boy on Facebook and Instagram. You know, check it out. If you think about going camping, he got information. He got a class he running. I don't think it even costs nothing.
I don't know if that.
I ain't gonna say. Well, I don't think. You know, it might. It's not. He's not all in your pocket though.
I know he got some free classes.
Yeah, like.
But if we're gonna plug Nature Boy, let's just make sure we know that he teaching people how to grow their own food.
Yeah.
Like he also not just the camping and the survival stuff.
He got a whole FDA approved.
Like his thing over there is like real. He talking about growing summer stuff in the winter. He building like his Nature Boy, man.
Like,
shout out to Nature Boy.
You know, and he going from kids into adults, so it ain't, you know, just.
I feel bad. I can't remember everything he's doing over there now.
It's a lot.
It's things like that we don't take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Because if it all shut down tomorrow, what can you do?
Maybe we should take one of his classes.
We should, man. Yeah, we should.
We need to go on over there.
We can't talk about it and not support him,
really
man.
Probably we should all go take one of Nature Boy's classes, fill him up.
And if y'all got time, man, come with us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I know Afro Rican went. Him and his mama went.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
they went to one of them. But yeah, we gonna make that happen. We just said it's on tape. We gonna all go out there and y'all want to roll with us. Y'all come on with us.
Fill up one of his classes.
Yes,
absolutely, man. Yes, he deserves it, man.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Well, y'all know what that means. We made it through another show. We didn't throw the F word out today. We usually have we ain't had the F word in a long time, have we?
No, I probably used it last week.
You sure?
I can't remember.
Nah, I don't think you did. It's been a while.
Kurt was here. I know I probably said something.
I said the N word today.
You did?
Yeah, I was quoting Kanye though.
Oh, then there you go. Though. That's quote. You got to say that.
I was quoting Kanye.
Yeah.
It was nice and smooth, man. Nice and smooth. Hey, go to YouTube, Soundproof Hunger Room. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. RudeIntellect.com.
In conjunction.
Thank you.
Okay. Instagram, Rude Intellect. Instagram, Soundproof Hunger Room. Facebook, Soundproof Hunger Room. Facebook.
No, I don't have no Facebook, man. Just RudeIntellect.com if you want to look at some of the flavors, man, that some of the custom stuff or some of the stuff that's coming out. Instagram, you definitely can check Rude Intellect, but I don't have a Facebook connected to it yet.
Okay. We got these products that stay here because these people we rock with.
I'm ready for Ja to come back.
You ready for Ja?
Yeah, I'm going to call her. I'm ready for her to come back.
Okay.
Right.
See what's going on with her.
See what's going on with her.
Okay.
Because she got an R attached to her products now.
Yeah, she got that circle up.
Yeah, so I want her to come back.
So we gonna make that happen. If you got something you pushing, you want to come on here, we make room for you. We talk about it. Anyway, I'm out.
Yo, I seen this and I took this from Zell the other day. He said, "Don't confuse movement with progress, because you can run in place." That's Zell Washington. I call him Zell. You know what I'm saying?
Zell. That's your homeboy.
Yeah, that's my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? But that's real, man. Like.
Yeah.
And it was so funny that when I read it, no bullshit, I almost put on every piece of clothing that I done purchased from you and just started running through it. Like I was gonna post the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, trying to figure out the audio and all that, and I couldn't because that ain't what you do. Yeah, that ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying?
You got to get somebody younger to help.
Yeah, you know. But it made me think of that, and like I said, I always say I'm proud of you for what you're doing.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody take care of themselves and each other.
That's what's up. I'm gonna just take a moment to send thoughts and love and prayers to the families of the mass shooting at the Tops today, a few hours ago in Buffalo, New York. Anybody that lost anybody, man, my condolences, man. I heard it was either 8 or 15 people, man. It's a mass shooting. White dude came into the grocery store in the hood and just started letting go, and they didn't kill him. So you know what I mean. And on top of that, man, I just want to also, while I'm here, I just want to thank everybody who support Root Intellect and me and everything that I do, and say, man, that love and support is always amazing. These two brothers right here, man, y'all, the stuff that y'all do for me, just in promoting me and everything, man, I don't think I'll ever be able to repay y'all for that, man. So I just want to let y'all know, thank you, man. I love y'all for that. Real talk.
Yo, I know you got new hats. You know, he got some new merch now. Let's get on that web.
Definitely got some new merch.
What's up?
I got the short sets popping right now. You know what I'm saying? I got the hats popping, and I actually got the white shirts to go with this. I got this joint too, but this ain't available yet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, end of the summer, maybe into the fall, but I got the white joints.
And B, you know what that means if it ain't available.
Yeah, it's not available yet, so. But I got y'all, man. Coming soon.
Flex, I'll tell you, I love you too, bro. He just jumped over it to push the product. But I love you too, man, and we always gonna keep doing what we gotta do for each
Thank
other.
you.
So it is what it is.
Done.
I'm good.
Yo, shout out to my brother Crespo too, man.
Yeah,
You know
shout
what
out to
I'm
Crespo,
saying?
man.
Always
The
shout out to my brother
Afro-Rican.
Crespo.
Hola miente.
He's somewhere drinking Corona right now.
With a Perdermo in his hand. Let's go,
Hey,
man.
y'all. Be easy, man. We love y'all.
Yeah, definitely. Love y'all. Thank you.